Hey, good folks. My name is Shawn, and I'm replying to this video I've been seeing today go viral. It's with a black, I guess, Marine, and he's talking about about the Black Lives Matter movement, and he states a lot of facts in this video that horrendously are false. He does not represent me. He does not represent the black community. I myself am a former service member. I served 9 years, 10 months, which is a decade, as a medic. So I know a little thing about being a black service member. Um, First off, my first initial issue is with white America and white conservative America, particularly because there seems to be the one that are harping on our Black Lives Matter movement. They seem to be the one with the most problems with it. For you to take a black man and to, because he says an opinion that is of your agenda, and for you to propagate him simply because he's black, and then to be like, see, the black man says is very racist and wrong. You're wrong for that completely. The facts the guy states in this video are very wrong. And I'm going to talk about some of the issues he talked about in the video, and we're going to get the right answer for real. One, like I said, I'm a black service member, and as a black service member, you're oftentimes sheltered from the racism that goes on in the United States simply because of that fact that you are a service member. A lot of times when I got out in 2012. I go to bars, I go out, be out in public, and I still get the typical black treatment. The second class citizen treatment, get followed around stores, have to show 2 and 3 forms of identification to purchase items with my own card that I saved up. But until I tell them I'm a service member, the moment I tell them I'm a service member, the whole spectrum of conversation changes. Oh, brother, come join us, man. You want to come home? Come drink with me. Oh, hold up. You were just a few minutes ago. You weren't so nice. That's not cool. And I will call you out on that. If I see you out in public doing it, I will call you out on that. So again, white conservative America, that's wrong, and y'all are wrong for that. There was a book called The Iliad, and a soldier by the name of Odysseus who used a technique called a Trojan horse, which is exactly what you're doing. And the fact that you guys are so adamant on calling our Black Lives Matter a terrorist group, you're calling it a message of hate, is a testament to the fact that you're not willing to give up that power, that white supremacy that rules this nation, that has ruled this nation for the last 500-600 years. You know, um, one issue he talked about was slavery was 400 years ago. No, sir. Slavery ended in 1863. That's less than 150 years ago. And then for 140 out of those 150 years, black people were not treated nicely. From the moment the slaves were freed up until the mid 80s, black people have been taking it. They've been beat. They've been treated like second-class citizens, and the Black Lives Matter movement is a testament to that. It's a preaching of equality for that. And most Americans do not realize, like I said, in the mid '80s, it's when the hip hop culture became popular. It's when rappers and all this fashion became a household name, and a household name in white suburbia. Only then were black people really accepted. Well, I wouldn't even say really accepted. Well, it's okay. It's okay. Cool. You can wear your Jordans. You can do this. It's cool. It's cool now. It's cool now. That's when we became cool. But still, like he said, slavery was only 150 some odd years ago. That's not that long ago. And then for those 140 out of 150 years, black people were treated terribly. Terribly. Just for going out trying to find a job, just for going out trying to take care of their families, they were treated terribly. And they still are to this day. Again, like I said, I keep harping on this, but the Black Lives Matter movement is not a movement of hate. I'm sorry that that officer in Texas died and lost his life. My prayers are with him and his family. Being that I was a former EMT, I understand the stresses you deal with on a daily basis. But however, that is still not excuse the years and decades and half a century of constant barragement by police officers to black communities. You know, I was an AG student, but I grew up poor. So I went to school with mostly white folks, and I lived in the hood. So I got the both the I guess I got both worlds. I go to school, I go to my friends' houses, I see, their neighborhoods, people are building up things are flowing well, all these businesses are popping up, there's no cops patrolling. But when I go home, there's at least 10 times I've been stopped growing up, walking from my house to check the mail. Sir, what are you doing here? You got drugs on you? You've been searched? No, sir. No, sir. This is why that movement was created. This is why that movement is what it is. And I want to tell a story about one time when I was, I want to say about 16, 17. I was getting ready to join the Army. I was about 2 weeks away, waiting for my birthday to come because my mom had to sign for me to join because I was 17. I think, yeah, I just turned 17. And it was four of us, four black guys. We were in a big Suburban, black, tinted windows. It was my friend Kevin's. It was his parents' Suburban. And, we're just driving around town in the summertime doing what teenagers do. So we drive past the mall, and all of a sudden a barrage of cops come after us. They make us shut the engine off, make us exit the car one by one. There's at least 10 officers with guns drawn on us and make us walk backwards and take us downtown because someone had called and said there were four black guys in an SUV driving around the city with loud music. I don't think that's a crime. It may be a noise ordinance violation, but that's a ticket. That does not mean guns are drawn on you. And my mom had called my recruiter to come get me, which is a great part of the story. So me and my friend Josh in the cell chilling, and I remember this to this day. His name was Officer Reedus of the Winston-Salem Police Department, and I hope he gets blasted for this. He walks into the cell, and forgive my language, but he tells my friend, like, I wish I had shot you little niggers. I'd have killed both of you in the head if you'd have made a move and went to sleep because I hate you. All right? We are 15, 16, and 17. I don't care what culture you're in. I don't care. That's a child. You do not talk to a child like that. This is why we have this movement. I'm not the only one that's had to deal with this. A lot of people have. Another issue. Like I said, homeboy is a Marine. Or he claims he identified himself as a Marine. Like I said, oftentimes we get shielded. He just doesn't understand when he gets out, boy, he's going to catch it. And lastly, like I said, the Black Lives Matter movement is not a movement of hate. It really isn't. It's us trying to get equality, trying to get equal treatment for just living our lives. And one of my last points here is I want to show you guys this. This is my girlfriend. I love her very much. She doesn't want anything from me for my time. She shows nothing but love. She's beautiful, smart, and yeah, she's white. But however, that doesn't make me any less black. That doesn't make her any less white. She understands that being with me, that she's going to have to face a lot of adversity. And hence why the Black Lives Matter movement is created. Because she should not have to face that adversity. And then in that video, that young man stated that white people don't treat us that bad no more. Ain't none of them white people around. Okay, her mom likes me, her dad likes me, my family likes her. But however, she has a family member that was disowned for dating a black man. And this was 30 years ago, 1985. That wasn't that long ago. And, after we had started dating, okay, we're in love. We're going to share pictures of each other on Facebook. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. She gets a call saying that one of her parents gets a call saying that they have to remove pictures of me with her on Facebook. She has to stop hanging out with me. Not because I'm a piece of shit. Like I said, I served 10 years in the Army. I'm in school to be a physician's assistant. I don't really have a criminal record. I don't cause problems, and I pay my taxes on time. But still, this is 2015, and stuff like this still goes on. 2015, the year that Marty McFly was supposed to come to the future, stuff like this still goes on. And this is why we have the Black Lives Matter movement. This is why that movement exists. Not to create hate, not to create fear, not to create any of that. We just want a voice. For this generation of black people, we're not going to take it anymore. And I don't mean that by violent acts. I'm not promoting violence or anything, but we're just not going to take it. We're going to protest and we're going to fight about it because that's our First Amendment right. We're a democratic country. That's what we do. We have problems. We protest until something is done about it. That's how it's supposed to go. That's how our forefathers did it. That's how our fathers did it. That's how we're going to do it. Now, with that being said, you may have belittled our parents' generation and treated them like second-class citizens. You may have hung and beat our grandparents to submission. You may have even owned some of our great-grandparents. But, like I said, Black Lives Matter, and you will not do that to our generation. And two fun facts before I get off the air. One, Hitler, he modeled some of his racist agendas after how we treated black people. And two, the phrase is non-urban directive. A friend of mine is a business major, told me all about it. So I encourage all you to Google it. If you don't think systemic racism exists, please open your eyes, folks. And you guys have a nice day. This will probably get deleted off Facebook, and I don't care. Bye.